This episode contains a discussion of personality disorders, specifically borderline personality disorder, and also mental illness and abusive relationships. Listen at your own discretion. It is Wednesday, the 9th of April, 2025. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Today, we're talking about a song by an artist known as Left at London, often written as /@/. Her name is Nat Puff. She's a non-binary trans woman. You may know her from some vines that she did, but for the last however many years, she's been doing music under the name Left at London, and she's really fucking good. And the song we're doing today is called Black and White, all one word with like the letter N instead of and. It was just released as a single in 2020, but it's supposedly going to be on her upcoming album, but God knows when that'll actually happen. The song is about BPD, because she has BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. And the song is about someone with BPD struggling with a breakup. And I'm telling you that straight up before we listen to it, so you kind of have a frame of reference for it. I don't know if you know much about BPD, dear listener. You're about to learn some, I guess. I don't think I need to give it much more of a intro than that. The lyric video is great. It's essentially like a music video. I really like it, but the first half does have some weird, like, flashy, glitchy effects if you're not good with that, you know. But I think it's worth it for the second half, frankly. If you can't stand that, obviously that's okay. Anyway, let's go listen to the song now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. That was Black and White by Left at London. So as I kind of alluded to before we listened to it, the song is separated into two sections. The first one's kind of more, not upbeat, but like it has more kind of like a faster tune, a more kind of, I don't know, peppy, I guess. I don't know what the term would be, because it's not happy, certainly. I guess you could divide it like the first one's almost like manic and the second one's more depressive, but even that feels like a reductive way to view it. But like the first section is basically the person with BPD, which this is presumably Nat. It's presumably autobiographical, at least to some degree. But she's spiraling and lashing out and kind of jumping to conclusions, and it's the kind of thing that BPD makes you do. And the second half of the song is kind of taking a step back and realizing the full scope of it and realizing how everyone was hurt and kind of trying to talk through the issue. And it's a really interesting framing for a song. See, I have experience. I dated someone with BPD, and it was a very messy experience, a very messy breakup, to put it lightly. Ironically, one time I was listening to this song and he walked by my window, which is very funny. But this song kind of gave me the opposing perspective, because, I mean, he could do all he wanted to explain BPD to me, but because I was being hurt by him, it was hard to kind of internalize that. And then something like this song is kind of more educational because it's from a neutral source, so to speak. Left at London's never done anything to personally victimize me. And so, like, listening to the lyrics, I'm like kind of understanding better because I'm hearing someone's honest perspective about it and talking about a nasty breakup. And I'm just like, I kind of have a special place in my heart for this song because it helped me see his perspective a bit better, you know what I mean? And that's not to say that it didn't happen or that I was not hurt by him, but it just helped me understand the situation better instead of just being kind of confused and frightened all the time, right? So let's go through the lyrics, shall we? I guess that I'm okay. Well, I'm not dying. I guess that I have spent a lot of time alone for trying. I guess that you're away because you're busy. At least if you're to say that we're still friends, pretend you miss me. Because I knew you were love when at your best, but maybe if I hadn't been depressed, we'd go out more. Ah, yeah. I got a broken heart, but it still works. But even if it's beating, it still hurts, because now I've still got 99 more problems to account for. So, thing about BPD is that you often see things in black and white, hence the title of the song. And so that, I guess that I'm okay, well, I'm not dying, is immediately right off the bat. It's like, you know, I guess I'm doing, like, you imagine the person asking, how are you doing? It's like, I'm okay, well, I'm not dying, which is to say, like, you know, well, at least I'm not dying, but like that that implies that you're not doing well, right? I guess that I've spent a lot of time alone for trying. Now that sounds like what she's saying is, I have tried to die, I've tried to kill myself, and that has led me to spend a lot of time alone, right? I guess that you're away because you're busy. At least if you're to say that we're still friends, pretend you miss me. Big thing about BPD is assuming the worst about people when anything slightly changes or isn't communicated properly. And so she's saying that, like, you know, if you're to say that we're still still friends, pretend you miss me. It's immediately jumping to this conclusion because the person didn't say that they missed her. She's immediately on the offensive, like, oh, well, you could at least pretend that you miss me, right? Because I knew you were love when at your best, but maybe if I hadn't been depressed, we'd go out more. Oh, that one really hurts right there. I knew you were love when at your best. I loved you for a reason. You were really nice, but maybe if I hadn't been depressed, we'd go out more. Sadly, a very common thing, right? Beating herself up for having a mental illness, or, well, in this case, a personality disorder, but she's talking about depression. We'd go out more. Like, I would be more the partner that you want if I didn't have this pesky mental illness, right? I got a broken heart, but it still works. But even if it's beating, it still hurts. I really love that lyric. I feel like it's self-explanatory. I'm still alive, but I'm still hurting. And then, because now I still got 99 more problems to account for. Of course, a reference to 99 Problems by Jay-Z, which the chorus line is, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. And what she's implying here is that the bitch is gone, but I still have 99 other problems, right? Which is clever. And then the chorus is, and I bet all your friends say I'm glad that she's gone, like you're the only excuse I had friends to lean on. But was it just in my head I was loved all along, or did you love me then? And did they love me then? And could you love again? And I bet all your friends say I'm glad that she's gone, immediately assuming the worst of the person's friends. Because, these things could be true, but it's just like, I bet all your friends say I'm glad that she's gone. Like, you're the only excuse I had friends to lean on. Just like saying these awful things about the person's friends, right? But was it just in my head I was loved all along, or did you love me then? And did they love me then? And could you love again? Doubting the feelings that happened before and kind of doubting your own thoughts, right? Did you love me then? Did you actually love me? Did they love me then? Were they actually my friends? And could you love again? Would you take me back? A really interesting series. I just love this. It's so well constructed. Then the second verse, I can lose a lover, but I cannot lose a lover and a friend. I can find another, but I'll never find another you again. I've been splitting because it's better than admitting that it's something that I can't control. I was livid. What you did was nothing easily forgiven, yet I couldn't let go. And then back into the chorus, and I bet all your friends say I'm glad that she's gone. Right. That whole back and forth of I can lose a lover, but I cannot lose a lover and a friend. I can find another, but I'll never find another you again. It's just a relatable lyric, no matter what your personality disorder is. It's just a very true thing. I can lose a lover, but I can't lose a lover and a friend. Losing someone completely instead of a breakup being amicable sucks. I'll never find another you again. I can find another partner, but they won't be you. Now, I've been splitting because it's better than admitting that it's something that I can't control. Splitting is a specific concept in BPD, which is like, it's when your perception of your relationship with someone like suddenly changes. Like, there was someone that you loved completely, and then your mind is like, no, I hate them now. That's what splitting is. It's a basic. I should clarify that I'm not an expert on this subject. I'm just regurgitating what I learned from dating people with BPD and kind of what I learned from them. But yeah, like kind of letting this happen rather than admitting that it's something that I can't control. I was livid. What you did was nothing easily forgiven, yet I couldn't let go. I mean, BPD often leads to this obsession, And then the chorus again, of course. And then part 2, which is a lot slower. And I love in the music video, part 1 is kind of this weird glitchy animation. Part 2 is all like almost ransom note style, like the words cut out from different things stuck on the wall. Although I love when it does it's just written on her hand and she just holds it up in front of the camera. I love that. Anyway, I saw you at the bar where we used to drink. I wish that I could change the way that I think. I tell you it's black and white. And if we start a war, could it be another night? Then I proceeded to make a scene. You said we need to heal before we can speak. I said, but it's already more than a week since you and I talked before. And I don't know if I would want to take any more, but now I understand what you mean. So this is where it's all coming together, I saw you at the bar where we used to drink. I wish that I could change the way that I think. I tell you it's black and white. And if we start a war, could it be another night? Then I proceeded to make a scene. Trying to talk through how the personality disorder is affecting her and affecting their relationship. She's saying, I don't want to start a fight. And then she starts a fight anyway. I proceeded to make a scene. You said we need to heal before we can speak. I said, but it's already been more than a week since you and I talked before. And I don't know if I would want to take any more. This is kind of sense of urgency with BPD because things can change so quickly. She wants to sort it out immediately. We need to heal before we can speak, but it's already more than a week. A week is not a long time, but she feels like she wants to work through it immediately, right? And then, but now I understand what you mean. On reflection, she does actually understand what she's talking about. And the new chorus in this part is, before you say goodbye, did you see how you hurt me? But I hurt you too, then we both got so blue. We had reasons to cry, I had reasons to worry, but you worried too. Sorry if I worried you. I think pretty self-explanatory, but it's just, before you say goodbye, did you see how you hurt me? So immediately bringing this up again, but then saying, but I hurt you you two, then we both got so blue. She's admitting her own part in the downfall of their relationship and admitting that she is not only hurting, but also hurt the other person, right? We had reasons to cry. I had reasons to worry, but you worry too. Sorry if I worried you. And then admitting it's not just her caring and worrying, it's also her worrying about her, right? And then the next verse, which is the bit that just gets me, it's so good. Because I've been a mess, I've been depressed, I've been neglected, I've been obsessed, I've been neglectful, I can admit it. My future looks brighter whenever you're in it, but you probably won't be, I get it. Yeah, you probably won't, I admit it. The ice that we skate is the thinnest, my skin is the thinnest, my patience the thinnest. I'm healing, I'll say when I'm finished. I wish I were finished, I got more to say. I know that I got more to say. Yeah, I swear that I got more to say. I know things that you hid from me, know my fragility, know that's the reason you done what you did to me, even though my borderline has been killing me. I can't go back to the mental facility, no. And the chorus again. Oh, it's just so good. I just love how the song is structured. She's such a good fucking songwriter. So yeah, I've been a mess, I've been depressed, I've been neglected, I've been obsessed. Kind of these back and forth, almost dichotomies a bit of what she's struggling through, and then I've been neglectful, I can admit it. So immediately admitting another fault, and then my future looks brighter whenever you're in it, but you probably won't be. I get it, you probably won't. I admit it. Again, coming to terms with and trying to actually work through these feelings. The ice that we skate is the thinnest, my skin is the thinnest, my patience the thinnest. Just referring to all these things that are wearing thin, right? I'm healing, I'll say when I'm finished. I wish I were finished. I got more to say. I know that I got more to say. I swear that I got more to say. Just desperately trying to keep talking and keep working through this. I know things that you hid from me. Know my fragility. Know that's the reason you done what you did to me. So she's talking about the trust issues that built up in the relationship, you know. And the final line here, even though my borderline has been killing me, I can't go back to the mental facility. She doesn't want to go back to a hospital. She wants to just deal with this. Oh, it just punches you in the gut, you know. And the chorus again, and the outro is just, I want to be believed in, doesn't gotta be you. Good Lord, I love this song. It's so hard-hitting. It's so well-structured. It's so well-produced. I love how it sounds. I love Nat's voice in it. Sometimes I don't always love her voice in things, but I love it in this song. It's so good. Left in London is signed to Fourth Strike? Sorry, I just saw that she's signed to the record label Fourth Strike. That's so weird. Like, as in the Garage's record label? The Blaseball record label? Weird. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Break it down. Is just ow. Fuck. I was leaning on the desk with my elbow and then my elbow slipped off. Ow.